Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Zach with Achilles Financial, and we have some more plays for you today, so I'm going to get right down into it. The play that I'd like to provide to you, as you can see, I have created two of them here. I am looking at some Nvidia credit spreads here. I am bullish on Nvidia. I think they're going to have some really good earnings. I think they're going to talk about some of the great capabilities they're going to come out of their Mellanox acquisition with. And this is a great way that even if you have a small account, you can make the play here. So I want to highlight that the play that I am getting, I have the opportunity to potentially get $133 of credit associated with this spread. And I have the opportunity to get, I believe this one is, maybe this one is $91 of credit. So what do I mean by that? What is a credit spread? How do they work? What I'm going to highlight here, we've got Nvidia stock. They have absolutely ripped upwards over the course of the past 3 months. They have exploded past where they were prior to the pandemic. As you can see here, their prior high that we saw during this time period of 314, that was leading into the pandemic, and we actually saw them hit pretty hard going into the April drop like we saw everyone else, or the March-April drop. I do want to highlight that the last time that we saw an all-time high for Nvidia was when Bitcoin was really booming in 2018, and you can see that represented here. So we have exploded past that just over the course of the past week, or at least it feels like it. It's been about 2 weeks now. So what does this look like here? What is the plays that I am looking at, and how can we play this? So they announce earnings on Friday, or rather tomorrow after the bell. So that is located here, available May 21st after hours. So that is tomorrow. And I want to highlight they are expecting a big move. If we go into these options, reminder, these are for trading by the end of the week. So this is a weekly move, and look at these prices, look at this premium. So for a call, this 360 right here, they're actually expecting it to be over 372. So that is a big move. If we look at the puts, it's almost nearly as high, although there's a little bit less of a bearish sentiment than that bullish side. So what are some of the capabilities? What are some of the moves that we can do here? As you can see with these minus ones, plus ones that I've got right here, we have the capability to make some of those moves and make some of those changes. So what does this mean? How does this work? So when we're talking about a credit spread, this is someone paying me. So you're going to see that this would actually be a credit to my account as opposed to a debit or a cost. So the way that we're able to play this is if I click on this 418 right here, you can see that my total cost is going to be right at 420. The reason for that is because it is going up to the highest or the nearest 5-cent increment. The other item here, so that was buying a put. I want to sell a put. So as you can see, I've got a number of spreads right here. So if I click this button right here, the one directly above it, so that is on the closer side or the nearer side of the strike price, it's going to give me the option to receive a credit. So the reason for that is because I am selling that put, which is more expensive. However, I am leveraging that by buying this other put. So if I look at my cash right here, I clearly don't have the capability. If I get rid of this, I don't have the capability to pay $420 for this put right here, and it's a huge premium. Well, I personally think that Nvidia is going to be going up, so I am selling premium. So what does this look like? What does this mean? If I click this button right here, then I'm going to be able to sell this, and I can get $150 credit. So if I go for that play, then what that'll do is it'll offer me $150 to make that play. So when that happens, if we go back to my homepage here, you can see that it'll actually buy and sell a spread for you. So this is a buy of one sell at 330, and this is the buy the put at 330, and then here's the buy the put at 325, and these are their prices with it. So I got the difference between the two of those, which was 91 cents per share, or $91 total. Now for me to realize this, for me to get this money, what needs to happen is this option needs to expire with the stock price above 330. So if the stock price meets this expectation, I will have to pay. However, the huge advantage to this is that the max amount I can lose is what I put in here, that spread difference, or that $91. So if that is the case, then that means that I'm going to be losing the difference here as well as some of the underlying collateral. However, the benefit is I now get to play a stock like Nvidia, which I wouldn't normally play. So there's a huge capability there, as well as the fact that if it does finish above 3:30 Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time, that means I'm going to get $91. So that's a great way for me to say, hey, I don't feel like I'm making trades. However, I had a lot of cash sitting around, so I'm doing a spread on Nvidia. So that's one of the ways that you can play this, is say, hey, I like Nvidia, I'm bullish on Nvidia, or even if you just think they're not going to drop down to 340, which is all the way over, I guess they just rocketed right past that 340. But this is a great way that you can look at this and say, hey, I am going to get paid to operate in this space. Again, just using these plays right here. So I want to reiterate that this is going to drop dramatically after earnings, not the overall stock necessarily, but these premiums, because some of the big volatility is going to go away. So this is a great way, if you think one side or the other, that you're going to be able to make a play, then feel free to grab some premium along the way. I do want to reiterate, you can and probably will lose money by making a trade like this. However, this is my opinion and this is the approach I'm going to use. So let me know your thoughts on Nvidia and if you're going to be making that move. In the meantime, if you found this content helpful, please leave a like and subscribe. Thanks everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.